something. Somebody's up happy over there. Somebody's happy over there. Alright, let's see if it goes live. All right. Good morning, pimps. Good morning, man. Oops. Can you guys hear me clearly? Oh, you can. Look at that cup out there. It's gonna hurt me. Look at that cup out there. Good morning. I have coffee and I have some pre-workout. What are you guys doing today? Thanks. The stream went fine last night. The stream, you know, people were telling me not to cover it. People were afraid. I didn't lose any subs that I saw. I gained 26. Not that 26 is worth drama, you know. I didn't lose any subs last night. Not yet, anyway. I was expecting to lose some people. Hey, Mustard, thank you so much for the gifts last night. Uh-oh, here they come. I heard you have a duck house. Here they come, here they come. Uh-oh, it's morning time, morning breakfast. Here come the ladies. I'm assuming they're ladies. I don't know what they are, but uh-oh, making a pit stop. Making a morning pit stop. That's crazy. Last night I was at the front of the house and they came out too. It's like they were expecting me. Morning chow. I'm gonna be trying to clean today. I think I gotta touch up on the house. I gotta do laundry. I have 2 loads that are clean. I just haven't folded them, and there's 2 loads to wash. I'm gonna try to just kind of clean, get the house in order, unless something breaking happens, because tomorrow's back to school. I gotta clean a little bit over here too. Bye. what? Let's see how they do with that. I got a call from a YouTuber last night too. I guess they told me they were watching, like a big YouTuber. I think some people thought I was gonna go in there like going buck wild crazy or something. Buck wild. I'm gonna pick up some of the stuff. Even in the backyard, I'm gonna do a little cleaning. The YouTuber told me, we had a nice conversation. They were just like, they told me that anytime they've ever called anybody out, that it's always come to like bite them in the ass kind of thing. Kind of like it's like not worth the drama type of shit. You know? But they were just like, you know, good on you for standing your ground or something. More ducks. Uh-oh, they're fighting? They're fighting. Gators? No. I mean, not that I've seen. I saw somebody in the city post a picture on Facebook saying they did see a gator in their canal. JB, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, they're going hard. Oh, what's going on over there? I feel like this is blocking the view a little bit. Out of the way. Probably so, Hoax. I haven't really noticed, but probably so. Like out there, yeah. I thought about that. Hoax. I have cilantro right now that I started growing. Cilantro, basil. I have oregano too. I have this oregano that I've been propagating for a bit. I have some peppers, green peppers. Oh, these are looking really pretty. These hibiscus opened up. The problem that I'm realizing with this backyard is that there's a huge tree to the left and a huge tree to the right, and so it kind of blocks the sunrise, which sucks for the sunlight for the plants until it gets higher up in the sky or above us, whatever. And then the sunset, it blocks partial sunset, which kind of sucks too. And I like a place that faces the sunrise. That's what I liked about the two other places I had. I'd open the sliding door, open the windows, and you catch the sun rising up in the morning. Oh man, that was amazing. morning, Lise. Good morning. Hawks. I've seen like these crows out here. One time there was like a flock of like crows, not crows. There were a flock of vultures. Actually, it was vultures. There was one time I saw like a group of them. I thought something must have died somewhere. Like 5 or 6 of them hanging in the trees, looking down. But did you check the PayPal? I think I saw something last night. Let me take a look. I don't know if that's you. Sabrina sent me something. I don't see something from you if you sent it. Maybe I gotta check the other PayPal. Garlic. Oh, I just planted garlic and asparagus. I thought I heard that asparagus takes forever to grow. Is that true? Or which one is it? Is it garlic? I heard one of those things take like 2 years or something. Hell nah. I can check my other one. I have a Iken Gmail or something. I can check that. Today I'm just gonna try to soak up and enjoy the last day. The last day of spring break. And clean up a little bit so I'm not doing it on the weekday. Spring break. Maddie had so much fun. Yesterday we went to the carnival. Oh my gosh. I could not believe the rides that Maddie was getting on yesterday. She was getting on shit that I would never get on myself. I got it, Lise. I see it now. Thank you so much. It was at ikemail@gmail.com. That's not a problem. Thank you. Yo, the stuff that... My gosh. Maddie got on... Let's see what she... Well, I got on one ride with them. It was this.
Bro, I have like the worst horrible thoughts on this kind of shit. Oh my god. That's right. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh my god. Bro. Oh shit. Oh, I'm feeling dizzy.
It was like this thing that like spun around. It was like a paraglide thing. It was like, basically this is what it was. Something like that. But it goes like up and down in the air and stuff. But the stuff that Maddie went on, oh man, she was wildin'. She was on this thing. Maddie was on that. Maddie, she would never go on that stuff before. I don't know what got into her. I mean, I was happy. I was happy for her that she kind of like faced her fears a bit and got on some rides. Because she's very like quiet and timid. Yesterday, and there were some kids that had already been there before. They were tapping out. They were tapping out. Maddie was ready to go on everything. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, there was this other thing too. She was on this. Not that one, hold on. This one. On that. Crazy. I was exhausted yesterday. I don't know. All I did was mostly walk around for like 3 hours in the sun. That shit had me tired. It was like, when I got back home, I was done. I wasn't even gonna do that stream that I did was supposed to be in the afternoon, but I got caught up at the carnival, and then by the time I came back, I was just like beat, exhausted. I'm not a rides person. Yeah, I appreciate that, Elise. Thank you so much. That was really kind of you. I don't really do rides, man, because honestly, like, all I think about is all the possible... First of all, I think about all the accidents that we've seen, like, online and that we've covered, all the kind of horrible deaths. I've watched all the Final Destinations except the last one. And, I don't know, man. The older I've gotten, the more I'm, like, cautious about my own life, you know? Like, a little more paranoid. And I know you can't live in fear, you know, but at the same time, when I was on that paraglide thing, all I could think about was, like, one of the joints becoming unhinged. And I was flying through the air. And I was literally thinking of, like, even before the ride started, I was trying to see how much I could get up from the ride. Like, if it flies off and we're about to impact, there's this clamp that came down behind me on us. The clamp kind of locks you in. And so I'm thinking, if we're about to impact, I'm going to lift with my arms, my chest off of this shit, so at least I can use my arms to brace myself, break my arms first before at least provide my chest a little bit of protection, and some, like, kind of break the fall a little bit before it actually touches my chest. But the thing had me clamped down so much you couldn't even get up. That's the way my mind works. Like, I think about all kinds of crazy shit, you know, that could happen. And then those rides, like, you don't really know, like, are they really getting maintenance good? Like those carnival rides, those church carnival stuff. I guess those people travel the country. Like, how do I know the maintenance? Is there a quality check? Is there like a third party? Is there some type of outside service that comes and checks these rides and makes sure that they're perfect? And you know what happened? One of the rides, there was one of the rides that had stopped working. It was this one. The one that, like, spins in the air and stuff like that. Maddie got off of that, and then her other friend wanted to go on, and so they both went. And at some point, when they were getting ready to start, it was just stuck. And the guy, he starts, like, banging on the thing a little bit. None of these parents are looking at this guy. I'm watching this whole thing. Everybody's, like, in La La Land. They're, like, fucking, I don't know if they're, like, on medication. Some of these people, I wonder, like, if they're on some type of, you know how it's like, the only thing I could think is, like, some medication numbs you or something that delays you and shit. I'm the only one zoomed in on this guy with this machine, and he's like this, and he's kind of like hits it to the side, and then he walks away from it, and he starts walking to all the chairs again, and he's like adjusting like the seat belts, and then he comes back to the machine, and then it kind of rises, and then it comes back down. And the only thing I could figure is that one of the sensors to the seats was saying that it wasn't buckled, and so the ride has like a fail-safe that it won't let it take off. So he's like going back and forth with this shit. At some point, I'm like, yo, can we get off? Let's get these kids off of this shit. And the other parents are just kind of like looking at me like, nah. And I went and I told the guy, and I said, hey, can you get these two girls off? And Maddie, I said, first of all, what am I sitting here waiting for? What are we waiting for something to happen? And the guy tried like 10 to 15 times. I'm like, yo, that's a sign enough for me. Let's get the fuck out of here. We'll do a different ride. So with once Maddie and her friend got off, all the other people kind of followed. You know, everybody got off. They're like, "Fuck this!" They got off too. And it took the guy a while, and he was able to get it working. But for me, it's like all it takes is one time. The shit's not working. It's malfunctioning. Let's get out of here. On to the next shit. We don't need to sit here, waiting for something to happen, waiting to exhale. None of the parents noticed that shit. These kids are just sitting there. And the guy was like struggling with it. He eventually fixed it, and I guess it was working fine, but we got out of there. I'm going to pick up a little bit this table. I don't know where I get all this stuff, all these wires, all these cords. All this junk. Sometimes I go on like on a frenzy of just throwing shit away. Like if it starts to feel too cluttered in the house, I'll just start throwing things away. Chucking it. Doesn't matter whose it is. Oh no, the Graviton, hell no. No skydiving, no. When I was younger, I thought maybe. I don't think I could do skydiving. I don't think I'd want to really. Yeah, the ducks kind of, I didn't realize they actually ate all their food. I can give them a little bit more. Hey, come here. Yeah, eventually I want to get a house with like more space, more land, a little bit, like a bigger backyard. I want to get the sunrise. I'm kind of picky. If I'm going to purchase something, eventually I has to be sunrise. So the plants, all the full light plants, full sun plants, can get the light in the morning. I want to wake up to the sunrise. And like hopefully a decent size of land in the backyard, a little front yard. I'd be happy with that. I mean, I'm really happy with this place. I can't complain, you know, but I wouldn't buy it. I don't think I'd buy this place if they offered me. Like at some point, if they offered me. I have boxes and toast I need to go to storage unit. Oh yeah. It's driving me crazy. I have torn bicep. You should make sure you have dollies are really good if you have a dolly, but there's one too. I don't know where mine is. I thought it was out here. It's supposed to be out here. Oh, it is out over here. You lay it flat. I don't want to take it out, but there's like a thing that you lay flat. It's like a bed. It lays flat. It has wheels. That thing will save your back. It's so good, man, for moving or moving boxes or if you're moving plants. I kind of messed up my back the other day a little bit. I mean, I already feel better. It wasn't like serious. But I'm realizing I gotta mess up my back. Oops, audio there. But I'm realizing I gotta be careful though when lifting stuff, moving stuff around. How's Remy? How old is Remy now? Feels like it's been forever. I was looking at pictures the other day. The other night I started looking at pictures of Maddie and videos and stuff, old pictures. I even found duck videos of Maddie, which was crazy. We used to do ducks back in the day. And it's just crazy how quick kids grow. And it really is like how they say, you know, hold on as long as you can, you know, because they kind of outgrow all that stuff, you know. You know, she's very sweet and stuff, but I could still, you know, I could see she's growing. It's different, you know, they get older. Let's see, where's the duck video?
Look who they're following. You're their leader, baby.
He's like, what?
Lead them on. Lead the herd. Oh my gosh.
Those are young ducks too.
Let the king step through, or the queen. Let the queen step through.
And they're just following her. Yo. I found all those little cute videos. Like, damn, man, kids grow so fast. The time really flies, you know. It's like, holy crap. And you just want to hold on to them forever, but they grow. And then they get older, teenagers. Mine's not a teenager, but I could see a little bit, you know, getting bigger and stuff. It's crazy. 4 months? Wait, what? Oh, 2.5. I was about to say. I was like, yeah, it feels like it's been years now. 2.5. Wow. He's a bigger brother to Jameson. 4 months. Oh, okay, nice. When I was watching that, I have 3 boys, 16, 14, 11. Yeah, I just want to like hold on to those moments, man. Cuddling, because you know sometimes too, it's like I pick up my daughter from school and it's like she acts like she don't know me. I don't know. It's like that parent thing that like I don't know. Like she's just very like shy and timid, but it's also like, or sometimes like when I've gone to pick her up early, it's like she doesn't know me. I'm like, you know, hello. Like I don't want these people to think I'm picking up a random kid. Like you know, acknowledge me. It's kind of funny. Moccasins. Oh, I haven't seen alligators in this canal, but somebody in the city that I'm in, you know how they have those Facebook pages? Somebody had took a picture in one of these canals of a huge alligator. Not here, but I guess it's probably better to assume there is. I've never seen one though so far, but I've never seen a lot of shit. You know, like the other day there was a water sprinkler yesterday that turned on here, like on the outside of the mesh. And I'm like, when the hell, where the fuck did that come from? I was like, what? I've never seen that before. My mother's very paranoid about the canal. Like, she's like, just make sure Maddie doesn't go, like, by herself and, like, get away from there. My mother's very, very paranoid of the canal. The canal's really shallow, though. You could see the bottom. There's a lot of sediment too. I feel like if I were to step in there, my feet would probably sink in a bit. It's like there's so much like dirt and silt and stuff like that. The community pages, yeah. Those community pages have a lot of information, man. It's good to kind of be in there. They have a lot of people like with services and just information, whatever's going on in your area. Fertilizer. See if I can pick some of this stuff up. You hear the rooster? Somebody got a chicken. So that's kind of why I like this area. There's a few cities. There's a few, like the one I'm in and a few around me, that it's like hybrid. It's like there's like farms and stuff, which I love. Like I love that there's like farms. I love that there's like trees and vegetation and natural life. You know, I could go to there's a place too that like they have all kinds of vegetables and eggs and everything. You can go buy it from the farm, organic. Or if you want to buy plants. I mean, I like Home Depot because of the quality control of the plants. Like, you know, usually you're not going to bring in an infestation. That's what happened to me. I went to a nursery and they had all these exotic plants and it was huge, but it wasn't really maintained so well. And I brought an infestation, and that could be the worst thing. Bring an infestation to your other plants and get everybody sick and killed. You probably have to quarantine them maybe if you get a new plant. Maybe quarantine them for a little bit and make sure they're not sick with bugs and stuff. You have an alligator in your pond? We're very rural. It's hard to move back to the cities. The only thing about rural, like too rural, I think about is like, because I remember I went to visit Katrina, and it was beautiful, but it was also kind of creepy a little bit. Like the small town, it was just some weird stuff I saw going on in that small town. I feel like if somebody were to come out there, there'd be really nobody you could call for help. Even though there is cops out there. There's cops out there and they respond pretty decently. I think one time she said they came with helicopters. But I definitely think I like more of the farm nature kind of. I mean, the hybrid's kind of a nice balance. It's almost a little still too much traffic for me, but it's kind of a nice balance. And I have, thankfully, I have nice neighbors so far. So the duck food I started keeping inside too, because so there used to be a rat in this patio, and the only reason I could think he was coming was either for shelter or the duck food, because one time I found there was like a hole at the bottom of the duck food and you could see like bite marks, and so I started keeping the duck food inside. I haven't seen him in a long time, probably like 2 months or so, because I sprayed like this mint thing. There's like this mint thing that they don't like apparently, and then there's like a certain frequency of sound that they don't like either, so I plugged in. I was trying to go like a route of not having to kill this guy, just having to get him to leave, you know? And so eventually he left. But what I learned is because the mesh had a couple of holes, and so I went and patched up the, well, first of all, I had a professional come out, which was okay, but I also realized you could just buy this shit on Amazon, $5 or less, patch it up yourself. And so I patched it up myself too, and when I had the rat palm, you know the rats will eat the mesh. They'll just chew through that shit like anything else. And so that was kind of a problem, so I had to make sure there was no duck food out here. That's kind of what happened when I had the bird feed, when I used to feed the birds. Eventually the squirrels started to come, which I thought was cute until they started messing everything up. They're very messy, and they got an attitude. The squirrels start to come, and then eventually the rat came on the balcony at the other place. The squirrels start to I guess where there's food, you know, they're gonna come try to get some food. And of course, when I think of the rat shit, I think of that couple that died from the hantavirus. It's called the hantavirus. I forgot the name of those celebrities that died, I guess. You got a rat trap? They I guess that couple was kind of living in filth. Gene Hackman, yeah. They were kind of living in filth, I guess. You know, and those rat droppings are really bad for you. You don't want rat droppings inside of your house. Or maybe even in your area or vicinity, you know? And so that's why I washed off the deck. I haven't seen him since. But I have thought about that. It's kind of crazy to think to be wiped out, killed by that. Like something that you don't really hear too often. Hantavirus. I think they were living with rats. I don't know what their deal was. They had rat poop everywhere, I guess. Maybe they were trying to be friendly with them too. You know, some people are just like, oh, they're cute. Maybe, you know, I don't want to harm them or something, you know. Trying to be holistic. I think they, with all the money that they had, or he had, should have just had some cleaners. But the thing, I thought they said she was kind of controlling or something. They should have had some cleaners, man. You can't take the money with you, man. That's what I say. I mean, you want to try to manage money. I'm not the best. I'm kind of like, I do need to manage money better. I just like buying computer stuff, you know, or gardening, but shit, you can't take the money with you. You got all this money, man. I'm gonna have some cleaners come every week or something, or every 2 weeks. Sticky traps. I did think about that, even though for now the problem is gone. For now, I did think about that, but then the sticky trap, you gotta. I mean, what do? Do you bring the sticky trap with you in the car, set him free somewhere in the Everglades, or do you just throw it in a trash bag and let him die slow death? I've done a little cleaning back here. I don't know what it is, man. Like having a clear space. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Just clears my mind. So even just a little cleaning up back here a little bit kind of cleared my mind a bit. Morning sun. I'm disappointed with these trees I have next to me, though, that it's blocking my sunlight. I wonder if they'd let me pay somebody to cut the top of the tree so I can get more sunlight. Yeah, I haven't fed birds since I've been here because I realized the hard way. Unfortunately, I love the birds though, man. I mean, maybe there's a way I can do it. I don't know how. But there's a lot that comes with that. The bugs, the squirrels, the poop. I mean, you're inviting the whole area pretty much, you know. Nature. Three male rats as a pet, really. They can be fun. One was super cleaner. Yeah, I just went the natural route, and thankfully the guy that I had back here went away. That noise thing didn't seem to do much. The thing you plug into the wall. This is what I want to keep this. Not sure where. haven't seen a whole bunch of iguanas lately. I used to see a lot of iguanas, even right here on the canal. I used to see a lot of them. I'm not sure what happened. Holly, thank you for the 20. Have you heard from JLR? You covered the tough situation perfectly, in my opinion. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Have I heard from him? No. No, I mean, like I said last night, when I first heard of the story, I sent them the link. Or I sent them screenshots of the document. I was just like, hey, even though I didn't realize at the time that he was already served and everything, so he knew all this was coming. It's not like it was a surprise, you know? But I thought I was just like, I don't know, trying to do the right thing. Like, hey, just giving you a heads up that it's going to go public. It's making the rounds, you know? And I left it at that, and I was kind of hoping maybe to hear something from him, but he never replied. He never said nothing to it. So, it's kind of crazy too, like some of the things that people will do. There's some guy that like left a comment. I haven't looked at a lot of them, but this morning I saw one of the comments, and there was a guy that's like, strangulation doesn't necessarily mean like choking somebody. Sometimes it could just be like blocking the way for somebody, like you're blocking them from getting somewhere, and you know that's another way of like saying the word strangulation. And I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? You know, it's like we don't need to warp reality. Whether you agree, whether you disagree, we should be able to agree on some basic fundamentals of generally and the consensus of what strangulation means. Like maybe there's some other term maybe that you can kind of, but when we're talking about strangulation and this type of context and what we read, we know what she's accusing. Okay, let's not play games and trying to see. There's people like that it's like it's even hard to even have a conversation with people. How can you even talk to somebody like that? You know, it's just like it's like, oh my god. Well, technically, they might have not meant strangulation in that sense. He just might have been blocking the way, and that's probably what technically you could have meant. Bro, what the fuck? But yeah, I don't think he's gonna reply unless he gets a lot of pressure. I mean, unless the pressure gets to him. I don't think he's gonna say anything publicly. So just wait for the court date. Good morning, Bondage. How you doing? A gentle chokehold. And then, well, somebody, the YouTuber that I talked to, he was like, too, like, he was kind of like, I'd be worried about being sued or something, but there's nothing to be sued about. I mean, I guess you could maybe try to, you know, like a fictitious type of lawsuit, I guess, you know, but I was really careful with what I said. and it's you know, it's public record. It's in the news now. You know, and that was fair. That was fair. You know, it did weigh on me though. It did weigh on me to cover it or not. I was like, do I not? You know, Gabby Petito's birthday just passed. I don't think he can sue either because, supposedly there was some kind of order that he can't sue anymore. That's part of what we read last night. You know, Gabby Petito's birthday just passed, and that kind of played a factor into it also. You know, I thought about that. I met her parents. I looked them in the face, you know, and shit, like, you know. And it's weird. I feel like, I think I feel bad for both of them, to be honest with you. I feel bad for both of them. I think that this coming week, we'll see what happens as far as like blue things. What blue things? Oh, the boxes, baby. That across this, I don't know. It's like a big house. I never knew if it's like somebody owns the whole thing or they're renting out things. I think somebody owns the whole house. It's like a house across the way. It's covered in trees and brush and all kinds of stuff. They used to have parties there too every now and then. I haven't seen them have a party lately. But it's, to me, they used to have some, seems like some fun parties over there. Blasting music. Cleaning up the backyard. Gotta check on my mother later too. She might be coming by. I haven't actually checked yet though. I have to see if she's coming by. I'm in Florida. Florida. Magnolia was seeing dollar signs after making false allegations about being Ard. I don't believe anything she says. But when you say seeing dollar signs, you mean that, like, are you trying to say because of this Nancy Guthrie case? Because she filed before Nancy Guthrie. I think that's kind of part of, like, last night, too, that I hope maybe some people understand that, like, you know, I gave a timeline, court documentations to at least clear out some of the misconceptions. And then whatever you believe is what you believe. You know, whatever opinion you have is whatever. I'm not trying to sway you from believing this or that. But I was trying to present everything. You know, the court documents and all that. Even the thing with the Project Veritas. You know, because even when I talked about, it was kind of funny to me in my head because, you know, so I was talking about JLR and some people were upset about that. I forgot what they were saying. And then when I mentioned Jamie Magnolia and the sting operation, some people were upset about that. Oh, you're victim shaming. You're victim shaming. And I'm like, no, I'm just presenting all the details that I can relevant to this that people are talking about, because people are making the argument, like this person just did, that like I can't trust what she says because of what happened with Project Veritas. You know, so I think it is important to like lay that stuff out so people understand, and then they can decide for themselves. But I don't know, that Project Veritas thing, I guess she says it was a sting operation. That's what they do. I didn't know that they lie, though. You know, at Project Veritas, they made that sting. They were trying to supposedly get this, I guess, this news station to post false information to prove that they don't fact check, I guess. But yeah, I don't agree with what they did there, like to make up something about somebody, especially rape or anything like that. And I had said that maybe they could try to use that against her. I don't know. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. You know, I don't. But at the same time, like I said, if she has all those pictures and documents and CT scans and hospital visits and body camera and like all this stuff that we haven't seen yet, we still haven't seen that stuff. I don't know how he's getting out of that, unless he, you know, he has the story. Like, I don't know. I'm proud of you, Mel, and I also have no opinion on JLR's situation. Like I said, I'm very disappointed. I also know there's two sides to the story. As a true crime community member, we will wait for all the evidence before charging someone. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I get it, yeah, I get it. People are worked up and shit, and people feel some kind of way and all that stuff. I don't think his side of the story is going to be coming out anytime soon. I don't think we're going to hear anything from his side until probably the court date, which is a month from now. You know? So there's no way in hell I could go a month without talking about the elephant in the room kind of shit. You know? A month? Whew. I don't think he's going to say anything unless he gets pressured, feels the pressure, or his attorney says, okay, we'll put out a statement, which I think his attorney should at least put out a statement. But if he puts out a statement, I was thinking about this last night, if the attorney puts out a statement and says, I don't know, whatever it is, then is it going to be like, oh, you're victim shaming, you're attacking the victim, you know, like, I don't know. I think his attorney should put out a statement. I think the attorney should. Even if it's one sentence. We're aware of what's going on, we're handling it, professionals, whatever. You don't have to, you know, anything. I think anything would be better than nothing. But I guess we'll see. Because, like, if other new articles start coming out, if other news stations start covering it, I think it's going to be more harmful to not say anything. You know what I mean? Like, I think... And I'm not saying he has to say something. His attorney could say something. Attorneys do that. Attorneys have done that many times on cases where the client is not going to talk. I would have been pushing. Motherfucker, I'm losing subscribers. I'm losing money. People are saying that I did this horrible shit. We need to come up with something. One statement. Because I think some of these attorneys, just in my opinion, are so outdated. They don't understand the social media landscape. Some of them. Not all of them. Some of them. I have my attorney put out one statement and that's it. I'm not saying anything else till the date comes up. Because then at least maybe he gives something for the people that are out there putting their necks on the line on social media and stuff. At least it gives them something, you know, like, okay, well, JLR said this or his attorney said this. You're not left hanging out dry, you know. But I think the guy's dealt with some shit in the past. Obviously, like we talked about, he's been locked up. He can handle the pressure. I'm sure. I guess he could probably handle the pressure more than most people probably could. Oh, Murky. I wasn't sure too. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I think I did the best that I could last night. Really, because and honestly, like if I wanted to be malicious and stuff, I could have. You know, I really could have. If I had it, like if I really truly felt like I wanted to be nasty and stuff or whatever, I really could have. I kind of joked a little bit in the thumbnail. I don't think some people understood it, and I forgot to talk about it last night because the New York Post had a caption. Oh yeah, like one story this true crime YouTuber is not covering. Which listen, I understand. Those news stations have an axe to grind with JLR because he was out doing all of them. He was fucking out. He was killing it, and he is still killing it. He was outmaneuvering all of them, and they didn't like that. And then also with the Nerdy thing, Nerdy doesn't like JLR, and so, but you know, it's like I understand that stuff too. It doesn't take away from what's the story, though. I guess, you know, whoever it's coming from. But I guess it gives you a little understanding. And she mentioned restitution. She mentioned restitution in the one of those documents. So, you know, I think that usually means financial, right? Like, I don't know, for the broken nose, I guess she's gonna say she had surgery, so I guess she's gonna at some point. I don't know. Could it turn to a lawsuit? Somebody had left a comment. Somebody on X was like, "Oh, the third parties agreed to the protective order, and so that's it. Case closed." And I was like, "No, it's not case closed. There's a hearing coming up." I think a lot of people are like missing bits and pieces of like what's happening, what's coming up, type of stuff. You know, it's not over. You know, and some of these places. Somebody's paying back, yeah. Some of these states, even if let's say the alleged victim is like, you know what, I don't want to press charges, I changed my mind or whatever. Some of these states will go ahead and do it anyway. They'll fucking do it without you. They'll proceed and go on ahead without you. I mean, I don't know what the situation, you know, with her state and all that, but I don't know if Florida's one of those places. Like, they'll go ahead for you. Or I forgot what state it does that. That's what I was telling this guy last night. You know, in some cases, they just go ahead for you because a lot of people second guess. They feel guilty, you know. Mel, you have no idea. She's something, you know, the person, the YouTuber I was close to and still am. She started crap with him. Are you saying you're close to Magnolia or JLR? I guess to Magnolia. How did the clear blue sky, and you know a person that I'm friends with all. Oh. I mean, I had heard people say she was a little controlling or something. I don't know if that's true. You know. I don't know if that's true or not. The one thing I could think of too is like sometimes, I don't know, like when JLR has been climbing to the top, sometimes you don't want somebody trying to like tell you what to do or whatever, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying she did, but Sometimes, you know, you get into a certain level, you got time. Pennsylvania will prosecute without cooperative witness, really. Florida would file DV charges anyway. I don't know, yeah, the whole thing is messy. I was watching Molly Golightly. See, a lot of people don't understand, like, some of the history and stuff. I don't know if you really need to understand the history, but it does go back kind of deep. Molly Golightly, she's kind of resurfaced on YouTube. She got banned. I think she's funny. I had a fallout with her with the Upchurch stuff, but I think she's funny. But if you look at her, she's been talking about the situation, and look at the thumbnail. Who's in the thumbnail? That's JLR, Bullhorn Betty, Olivia, and Molly Golightly. So all these people used to know each other. They used to hang out with each other. All this stuff. I think they all went to Gabby Petito, Brother Brian Laundrie House, and so she's been talking a lot and giving her inside information. And she said that Bullhorn Betty had sent her like a long ass message, and like they're beefing. I don't think she messes with any of them anymore. And then she was talking about Dolly's girlfriend. They all have like some kind of beef. It gets really, really muddy and messy. You know? That girl's looking a lot better. Molly Golightly. That dude, he seems like he's still going through a lot. Upchurch, man. He's still going through a lot. I don't know. I honestly, I'm not interested in like following his stuff. I'm just kind of like glad to be kind of like over that chapter. That was a really crazy chapter. But he does not, if you go see his stuff, he does not seem to be doing good at all, you know? Let's see. Oh my gosh. I feel like I can breathe back here again. It's nice and clear. For the most part. Innocent until proven guilty, yes. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen in that courtroom, man? Who knows? I don't know. Because sometimes, you know, the things get muddy, things get murky. There could be things on both sides, you know. I've been in some toxic relationships where I'm saying shit I would never normally. I feel like that's when you know, like when you start saying shit and doing shit that you would normally never do, that's probably the time like you should start evaluating like getting out before it gets like really, really, you know what I mean? You going to the store? I've been in some crazy stuff, so I can understand, you know, somewhat. Not the putting hands on somebody, but, well, I mean, I've had hands put on me, but I can understand how quick things get And then if there's alcohol in the mix too, oh my god, forget about it. Alcohol just makes things so much worse. I don't think he's a drinker though. I've never heard him talk about drinking. You know, so I don't think there was. I don't know if there's medication though, because people have talked about. There's past articles where he's talked about medication and being medicated or needing treatment and stuff. So I don't know if he still needs that stuff or on that stuff. You know, or I don't know. I don't know what the situation is with that. You know, but theoretically, let's just say. Theoretically, let's. What if he started a new medication? Oh, I just like that kid in Cali that murdered his parents started some new medication and shit. Well, I started a new medication. I don't know. That's just kind of reaching, but And then somebody had mentioned and pointed out the Red Bulls. I saw somebody was joking about yesterday. Oh, because I remember one time I think he said he drank 12 Red Bulls. I'm a caffeine junkie, but I've never had 12. That's a lot. That is a lot. I don't know. None of us knows what's going on behind those closed doors. Duggar arrest. I don't know why. I've just never really had interest in those people. I don't know. I honestly, I thought they were arrested a long time ago. I thought they were already locked up. So when I'm hearing now that they just got arrested, it's kind of like, what? Those are those people with like 15, 20 kids. And they're like into kids inappropriately or something. But I thought that guy a long time ago was known that he was into kids. And I thought he was arrested already. I guess I have to go read up about the story. The Duggars. A little bit of cleaning. Beautiful. Now I have to go to the front. Not enough sun back here. The sun's starting to kind of come a little bit, but not enough. No charges. No, I was watching the patio. No charges yet. Supposedly pending charges, but there's nothing charged yet. Supposedly pending charges. There's paperwork out there about him and his meds, some kind of release paper. It states he didn't have to take them anymore after some time in 2025. Okay. I mean, I think it's great if you can get off some of those meds, unless you really need them. I mean, if you really need them, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, if it keeps you stable and stuff. Oh. You've been married 35 years. Wow, JB, congrats. Holy shit. That's amazing. Oh yeah, Kelly. It can come back for sure. Like if it turns out, you know, she lied or something. Oh yeah, she's done for too. Either way. Either way. I think like, I don't know. I think there's some people like afraid to talk about it, kind of. I mean, I feel like there's some people just holding out, waiting, but also like, I mean, just the conversation that I had behind the scene, I was kind of, the vibe I get is like some people are just kind of, I don't know, you know, kind of just wait to talk about it, I guess. There's been a lot of small YouTubers that have talked about it, and then Gavin's talked about it. White boxes, those are T-Mobile modems, believe it or not. I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of one of them, though. I don't think I need three. I've been able to make it so 2 works great. I have Comcast back here as well. So, like, if Comcast acts up, which it does sometimes, I hit one button and the internet switches and it jumps to T-Mobile 5G. So I have my little, I was cleaning over here kind of too, doing a little cleaning. I don't know. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Welcome to the sticks. Well, I'm not in the sticks. He doxed JLR, did he really? I thought he took. I thought he removed the. I thought he removed the addresses. Well, I think with the documents, people should have at least, if they're showing it online streaming, they should have at least tried to remove the address. You know, address, phone numbers. If it was there, you know, try to. There was one thing I think 1 or 2 things I redacted, and that was it. You know. Even though it's all over the place, I don't want to put that out there. Oh, they posted his address? Yeah, I don't think that's right. I mean, it is technically in the court documents, but, you know, I don't think it's right, though, yeah. Hibiscus, yes. Oh, man, I love hibiscus. That's a new one that I bought. I got hibiscus there. I got, this is my milkweed growing here, milkweed. My new bougainvilleas in yellow. More hibiscus down there. 2 hibiscus down there. Baby bougainvillea here. I'm not, sorry, baby milkweed here. And this plant got destroyed by iguanas, this green pepper plant, but it's like coming back and growing again. And this here, I thought you were going to be able to see the seeds. No seeds yet. Oh, there's the pod though. From this pod, seeds will come. And you can replant it if you want to. Oh. I'll navigate the whole backyard. Whew. He was tweeting this morning. He's probably gonna be live later, I'm sure. I can't tell you what's in the white box. It's a secret. It's my backup internet. Oh man. So the backyard's in order for the most part, which is nice. After I get off here, I'm gonna go inside and do some laundry, fold some clothes. Yeah. Probably. Ronekins, yeah. Probably. After 17 years of abuse and divorce, I've been married for 10 years. Someone treats me. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Well, congrats. 10 years is a nice, long time. Barnes, I was married to a man that was 19 years older. Damn. We divorced and have a great relationship. I'm not married to a man 10 years younger than I am. Okay, okay. Rocking the cradle. Oh, wait. Lately, I've been coming in the backyard a lot. In the mornings, in the evenings. I might have to start doing my park excursions. I used to sometimes go to different parks in the morning. Go for like a walk, a jog, hike. I'm gonna start doing that again, maybe. I feel like the news has been kind of quiet too. I don't want to jinx it. £30 of peanuts. Oh my god. That's what the person I was talking to last night told me. The person last night told me that JLR should have mods. I guess because it's been crazy. I don't think he's looking at his chat though. Apparently, I don't think he's checking out his chat. I know. I guess so, yeah. I've gotten older. I've kind of chilled. I guess I've chilled. You hear the roosters, chicken. Tomorrow's payday. Tomorrow's payday for us YouTubers. JLR has a big check coming in tomorrow. Woo! Might be the biggest check he's ever gotten. With that money, he can just get a lawyer, get a good lawyer. 8675309. Yeah, the sub thing is kind of like subscribers is nice, but it's kind of like an aesthetic. If he lost 2,000 subscribers, it probably wouldn't really be much in the grand scheme of things. He has over 500,000. He'll gain that back on the next big story, probably, you know? Yeah, I think somebody said it was like 2,000 subs. At the end of it, it's not like it is just a drop in the bucket. In the end of the day. Now, if those are 2,000 people that I concurrently watch when he's live, that could hurt a little bit. You know, that could hurt a bit, but he's just gonna push. I think he's just gonna push through. I probably would have had to take like a little break, maybe after coming back from Arizona. Yeah, those clips, I don't know. Those clips are kind of weird. Anybody can make it, man. Oh, really? Oh, maybe I should look and see. I don't know. Let me see. Social Blade. So Social Blade, depending on the amount of subscribers, is the amount of the increments that it shows you. So I think for his channel, it'll be increments of 1,000 that it shows. It used to be that you could see that, like, you could see by the ones, like he lost 5 subs, 10 subs, but then they changed it. They changed like the API. Oh yeah, he's lost 5,000 apparently. According to this, so he has lost subs over this. Still at the end of the day though, -1,000, -2,000, -2,000. I didn't even know they had increments of 2,000. He's still, at the end of the day though, like financially, logistically, he's still fine. Now, if he keeps bleeding though, that's what I'm saying. At some point, he might have to have the attorney just put out a statement. Especially if more mainstream starts covering this, if there's articles coming out, and you type his name in, and those are the first things that are popping up, in the long term, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you a bit. Because like his attorney could just put out something on X. He doesn't have to do something on YouTube. It could be X. I think if he talks about it on YouTube, more people are gonna know than people knew before. That's the problem. So he's not live yet today. He went live last night though. He was live last night, so I don't know what time he plans to start today. Or maybe he takes a break. I kind of joked the other day. I was like, maybe he should start gardening. Start gardening, man. I mean, he could still, I don't know, like, he could take it all the way to trial. But if he lost the trial, man, that would be devastating. Like, if he lost a trial and then gets arrested, I wonder how much time he could be facing. Like, that would be, oof. You know? I feel like that's got to be a stressor for anybody that would put them in a stressful position. Oh, he was cutting grass? He went out to cut his grass. Yeah, if I knew him like that, I'd call him and be like, yo, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. What is going on, bro? The sun is starting to get a little bit above now, so it starts to seep in here. I notice as it starts to go up from the left, the right side of the place starts to kind of light up with direct sun, and eventually goes throughout the whole garden. Stop bashing JLR. We're just having a conversation. So NPC in the chat. NPC. No, that's modems. T-Mobile modems. Good morning, rise and shine. It's all a distraction from the war, from the Epstein files. Well, the police in the police report had said that he noticed her nose seemed to be broken. The police, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's gonna be body cam. We haven't seen the body cam and all that stuff. I feel like I'm sure there's people that are probably gonna FOIA it, but we haven't seen the body cam. The police, I think multiple cops had said they noticed her nose. You know. Let me see if she's posted anything today. She was she was talkative yesterday. Magnolia. No, nothing today, really. Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna head out soon, I guess. Work on the inside. Uh-oh. Next round of ducks? Oh, they just came back home. Hey! Hey! C-Bond, yeah, we talked about that last night. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Maybe I should reply to some of the comments. I didn't really get any backlash last night. I mean, there was some people in the chat that were like upset or something. Before I even said anything, they were upset. But you know, the video did fine. People are still rewatching it. I didn't lose any subscribers. Apparently, I gained subscribers, 38, which is, you know, it's cool. It's not really anything, but it's cool. Not that it's not anything, but you know what I mean. It's not like there was like a massive influx or anything like that. I was expecting to lose subscribers though. Actually, I was expecting to lose subscribers, and then the video, I think I had like 100 and something dislikes out of versus like 2,500 likes or something. Let me see. Not what it was. I don't know why my lips look so red like that. Everybody's like, "Oh, you got lipstick, oh Mel, you wear lipstick." It's almost 4,000 likes. I didn't really get the backlash that people were. Like some people were like, I think it was funny because when people were telling you shouldn't talk about this, it almost makes you want to talk about it more. You're not allowed to talk about this. Don't talk about it. It's like, what? Man, this is like the best thing. Just like coming out, sitting outside, the beautiful sun, the birds chirping. I mean, we still follow each other on X. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's seen the video or not, but oh man, crawfish. I like crawfish. I'm not a big fan of it, but I like crawfish. Some seafood boil. Yeah, I love spicy food. I love spicy food. I mean, you could feel and think that he should be reimbursed, but it's not going to happen. You know, he gave me permission to use his live, but, you know, technically I don't need anybody's permission. It's called fair use. You know, but he was kind of letting people use his streams. I didn't just sit there like some other people and just hit play and walk away and just leave the stream for hours and hours and hours. I gave a bunch of commentary. So you could feel like that. It doesn't mean it's going to turn out like that. Because you're one of those people. So he hasn't been convicted or charged yet, but you're one of those people that would sell yourself out. If somebody said something nice to you or let you do something or like let you use their thing and then something horrendous came out, you would cape for somebody and sell out your own morality and ethics. So you have a price. You'd sell your soul at a price. It's not a good thing to be proud of or anything like that. She's good. She's sleeping. I gotta wake her up. I don't want her to sleep too much because now tomorrow we gotta go back to the. Now tomorrow we gotta go back to the school schedule. I feel like I was as fair as I could be, you know. and mentioned it multiple times. He's not been charged. He's going to have to go to court. And I guess he can't talk about the case. And I spoke on both sides. I think that's all you could hope for. Is somebody's going to report on it and be fair and, you know, whatever. Sorry. Alright, guys. I guess I'm going to head out. Almost to the 2-hour mark. I'm going to do a little cleaning inside. Some breakfast, I guess. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll see what the week brings. News, stories. You know, we'll see what comes up. Trump threatened, I think, Iran to have 48 hours to open the Strait of Hormuz. Or he's going to start blowing, I think, their nuclear facilities or something? Going to start blowing up something over there. Those ducks are riled up. The ducks are riled up. Yeah, we'll see what happens. The next thing will be the courts. You gotta wait a month. By a month, people will probably forget about the story and what happened. A month from now, these stories are a day or two, it's over. People move on to the next thing. A month from now, shit. Unless he's arrested or something, you know. Unless he's like charged or arrested. Give it a couple of days. That's probably why he's like holding out. Because a lot of the time with these stories, a couple of days, people move on to the next thing. So, but yeah, I hope you guys have a good Sunday, man. Have a good Sunday. Be peaceful. Get ready for the work week. And we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens this week with news and stuff. Or later today, too. I don't know, Mustard. That would be crazy if she did. I really don't know. Take care, you guys. Appreciate you, man. Have a good day. Be safe. Love you. Bye. Boop, 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 boop.